Hi there, welcome to this video. This is Tina from TinaHeals.com, and if you have an Aries ascendant, a Virgo moon and a Libra sun, then this is your video. So for your ascendant, you have cardinal fire, Yang. Your moon is in the element of earth, mutable earth, Virgo, Yin. And your sun is in Libra, cardinal air. Okay, again Yang. Now, before I progress, I want to just tell you that both your moon and your sun are not in very strong positions. And why is that? It's because, just a sec, I forgot to plug. So you have a Libra sun, which is again a 7th house sun. You have a 6th house moon. 7th house sun opposite your ascendant. Okay, so sun opposite ascendant. There's always a conflict between how the world perceives you and what your internal goals and ambitions. Okay, so 7th house sun also means relationships are really important, and relationships can give you a lot of power. Your social respect and prestige. You can benefit a lot from marriage, of course, if your sun. But Libra is not a good position for the sun, as Virgo is not a good position for the moon. So there's always that the inability of the planets to express themselves thoroughly in these signs. Alright, now let's understand the ascendant. The degree of the zodiac rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth is your ascendant. And the sign on which it falls is your rising sign. So your rising sign is the sum total of your personality. It is your Jungian mask. It's how you interact with the world. When you walk into a room, people perceive your Aries ascendant first. And with an Aries ascendant, you are the archetype of the pioneer, the leader, the fire starter, the trailblazer. You're dominant, you are sometimes bossy, you could be arrogant, you are quick to anger. You're very purposeful, and you could be combative. Why? It's because you're ruled by Mars. Mars is the god of war. It's a malefic in astrology. It's a difficult planet to work with. Okay, and you love all things red. Mars is the red planet, and but we must understand that Mars is not just about conquering and war and strife. It is also our I do principle or action principle, without which we would not amount to anything, because we would not be able to take any action in the world. And an afflicted Mars or debilitated Mars could mean that you're unable to actually mature something in the physical 3D world, because without the correct action, you don't get the right reward. So that's something to ponder on with your Aries ascendant. The ascendant is also how you look. Okay, so with your Aries ascendant, you're definitely more masculine, even if you're a female. More testosterone, very restless, very impatient energy, edginess in your eyes. Your face is highlighted because Aries rules the head, and this is a very big part of your personality. So you could wear your hair short. I see most Aries ascendants wear the hair short. Streaks, red lipstick, highlight, you love all that. Nice hats, caps accentuate the beauty within you. You have a Libra sun too, so very possible you like high fashion and glamour and stuff like that. Okay, be careful of overspending though, I have to say that. Now, you have a ruddy complexion, love your highlights, as I already said, and your whole face is very defined, your features are very defined. So piercing, edgy look in the eyes, as I said, and long nose, sharp long nose, prominent cheekbones, narrow chin, thinnish lips. Okay, you could look cruel. There is a sadistic, narcissistic side to Aries in its lower vibration. So that's something you've got to work with. Too much restless energy will have, will have you going nowhere. So you must learn to ground and work out. Yoga is best suited for you because Virgos are known to be yoga bunnies, and with your moon in Virgo, I think that is something you can do. Breath work, pranayam, trata, kapalbhati, things you can really do with your Virgo moon, but more on that later. So you definitely can suffer from hypertension. You can have high blood pressure, a lot of nervous energy about you, because Virgo is also your 6th house where you have your moon. So that can result, and Virgo rules digestion. So what you put in, not digested correctly, although Aries has very fast metabolism, but incorrect food can lead to migraines, persistent acne, okay, issues with ENT, high blood pressure, you can wear glasses, tremendous sensitivity to teeth and gums could occur with an afflicted Mars, alright. Now also your 6th house of health, you have your moon. So be careful of your health, okay, with your 6th house is an iffy house, 3rd, 6th, 8th and 12th. Difficult houses, okay, karma houses. So having Virgo on the 6th house cusp, stress, worry could be an integral part of your energy, balance with yoga. Now you have to understand that your impulsiveness and your temperamental side can be exacerbated with difficult aspects to Mars or Saturn, to your natal Mars, by transiting Mars or Saturn or Pluto, and during this time be careful of heavy machinery, gun, violence, anger, road rage, driving under the influence, and fires, accidents, freak accidents can happen. Be careful of that, okay? Now Aries can be selfish because after all it's the infant of the zodiac, and here the infant understands self-preservation. So the goal of Aries, according to eminent astrologer Stephen Forrest, should be enlightened selfishness. And another thing is that there could be you questioning your inherent worthiness, and this is again typified by your Virgo moon, questioning your inherent worthiness. So never doubt that. Self-love, self-care should be at the forefront. It doesn't mean shopping and raking up huge bills. It means working through your self in a very holistic manner and finding wholeness, right? So the fires of Aries is agitating. It's not an easy energy to work through. You must remember that. Now, the moon is the very antithesis to the Jungian mask or the ascendant. It is who we are when the mask comes off. It's our mother, our childhood, our everyday habit patterns, how we connect emotionally, our emotional fluidity, the idea of nurturance, how we give it, how we receive it, family, foundations, all this is the moon, okay? Moon rules the 4th house of the zodiac, Cancer. So having your moon in your 6th house, it is always important to take care of your health. Health can become a big problem, or else emotional health also, because you're not in touch with your emotions, with your Aries ascendant or your Virgo moon or your Libra sun. So being in connection to your emotions and acknowledging what you feel is a huge part of soaking in new experiences and growing with it, evolving with those new experiences. Because Aries only wants to initiate new things, not great at detailing, which Virgo is great at. Virgo is the 6th house of the zodiac, ruled by Mercury, and okay, the sole ruler of Aries is Mercury. So there's a connection, and that tells us that Aries is about higher wisdom. So here you got the psychopomp, which is Mercury, a very prominent player in your chart. Okay, and the esoteric ruler of Virgo is the moon, but the moon veils Vulcan, the goldsmith of the gods, that shapes human souls, who shapes human souls, and transmutes them from the lower self to the higher self. Okay. Now the thing with your Virgo moon is it can be very harsh, critical, judgmental, over analytical, hacking everything to bits. But Virgo moon people are very dependable, very no nonsense. They want to feel purposeful, industrious, helpful, and they want to feel like they're contributing to whatever is in front of them. A relationship, a job. Virgo is a sign of service, of healing, of medicine. A lot of people want to give Chiron the rulership of Virgo, Chiron the wounded healer. So there's a lot of sexual energy also with Virgo, because Virgo represents, the ancients had 10 signs. And then later Virgo was broken up into Scorpio, and Virgo and Libra was added in the middle. So Virgo, the Vestal Virgins, they did not symbolize unsullied virginity. They symbolized autonomous sexuality. The Vestal Virgins were sexually autonomous, and they understood how to channel this energy and awaken the Kundalini. So the thing with Virgo is that it is about acknowledging that the Christos principle resides within the encasement of flesh and bones, that is our physical body. Virgo must acknowledge that the body is the womb of this Christos principle. It must see that reality and the body is the God we seek. It's not God and creation, it is creation is God. Everything is God. Okay. Virgo is the agent of good form. That's why they are yoga bunnies. So do yoga, do breath work, and you will be able to balance your emotional and your intellectual body and bring it in connect to your spiritual body. Now, having your sun in Libra, again, not a good position. Your sun in fall, 7th house sun. Sun is exalted in Aries, so in fall in Libra. And Libra is the 7th sign of the zodiac. It rules the pelvis. Aries rules the head, Virgo rules the digestion, Libra rules the pelvis. So this is all about support. Okay, Libra needs support. Okay, and Libra is all about relationships. So relationships with your 7th house sun can give you a lot of recognition, money, fortune. It can even take all this away from you, depending on your natal chart. Everything is different for everybody. But what you need to understand with Libra is that Libra is ruled by Venus. It's a 7th sign, and it is the only sign in the zodiac whose glyph is inanimate, the scales of Ma'at, where justice is weighed. If the mythology of Ma'at, the Egyptian goddess, is your heart in the netherworld is weighed against a feather. If it sings, that's you're full of sin, then you know you're going to the netherworld beaten up by this hideous monster. But if your heart is kept in balance, you walk into paradise. So Libra is all about justice, equality, fairness, freedom. Fairness and freedom too, because justice deals with freedom. It is the harmonization of duality through the establishment of correct relationships. Okay, what do I mean by correct? I mean that relationships that serve your soul growth. With your Libra sun, you definitely need relationships that feed your soul growth, take you on that upward spiral. Conflicted sun in Libra, hard placements with Mars or Mercury can have you spiraling downwards. The thing with Libra is that they are people pleasers. So internally, people may perceive this Aries, rambunctious, boisterous energy, but you want the world to see you more as a balanced and fair individual who strives at great harmony. The sole ruler of Libra is Uranus, the spiritual awakener. And of course, its exoteric ruler is Venus. So Libra is about art. What can you do with this placement, this combination? Aries, you're pioneer, you're starting new things constantly, soaking in agitating fires of Aries, new experience, you move, don't feed into your emotions. Virgo, you're meticulous, you're detailed, you want to be industrious, you want to help, you want to serve. Libra Sun brings in the artistic side of you. Okay, Venus in her manifestation as the airy Venus. Okay, so here you want to be, you're definitely an intellectual, a lot of stuff happening here. So your moon is also, of course, intellectual, Mercury, the realm of the intellect. So find balance with your emotional body, without which you cannot find wholeness. It is all about balance, and your Libra Sun knows that very well, because Libra is the path of the noble middle path, the noble middle path. Okay, everything about, it's called Majjhim path in Pali, in ancient Pali, Majjhim path, and it is the antithesis of Aries. So you have a Sun opposite your ascendant. Who you are and your goals just never seem to align. But through this opposition, if you manage to channel this energy, you can be a great artist, and not just start things and never complete them, but actually complete them with your Virgo moon. So thank you very much. Comment, subscribe, like, share. Visit my website www.tinahils.com.